Hi everybody, welcome to She's Vibey Tarot. If you don't know, my name is Danny, which is probably all of you guys don't know. I don't think I ever really introduced myself when I come on to these videos. But my name is Danny. For those of you guys who have been here supporting the channel, liking, sharing, subscribing, writing comments, all that, I so appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming back. For those of you that are new, welcome. This month I want to do something a little bit different. I don't know if I was just like inspired because of this Venus energy or what, because we are in Libra season, but I wanted to do a love reading for each sign. Typically my readings per month are just general readings. Before I do readings for any of you guys, I always pray on each sign and I pretty much ask God, universe, whatever you want to call it, to just give me the most relevant messages that each sign needs to hear. There is no special focus for me, at least, on love or career or, you know, whatever. But I do find that a lot of my readings do turn out to be love anyways. But I want to do something a little bit different where this is like just straight up a love read this month. And I want to see how you guys liked it. So I never really ask you guys to participate in the liking and sharing and subscribing. I'm always like so grateful if you do. But I would love it if you guys participated in these videos just because I'm trying to see if this is something that you guys would be interested in going forward. Outside of just having general readings, like having a general and a love reading. So please thumbs up or write a comment below if this is something that you would like to see going forward. You know, these videos for me are a labor of love. I do it for you guys because I love to and because you guys appreciate it. But there does need to be that supply and demand. So if you guys are demanding it, I will make time to also do love readings every month. So how these will be a little bit different is just to take a little bit deeper look. Again, the other ones are so general. So if it touches on love, then it does. But these ones, you know, will look at you, your energy, you know, how you feel about the other person, how the other person feels about you, blocks, advice, that sort of thing. I'll try to make them pretty quick though, for the most part, but just a quick little view into love specifically. So if this is something that you guys would like to see going forward, please write a comment and let me know because if you do, then hell yeah, I'll do it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. These readings, just like my generals, will be for sun, moon, rising, and Venus, especially Venus and your sun. Well, and your rising and your, just check them all out if you need to. I would suggest that you look at the generals and you look at the love because you might get more information. Again, my generals are not love readings, but a lot of them end up being love readings. So it'll be interesting to see if this kind of gives a little bit more insight to the generals or if it seems like I'm reading for a whole new set of whatever sign. So I appreciate you guys. I love all the support. I'm honestly amazed, and you guys keep me going. So thank you, thank you, thank you. If you guys want to see more of these in the future, please comment down below. Please thumbs up me, all right? So, all right, let's get to readings. Bye. What's up, Pisces? Let's get started on your reading. Okay, so, interesting, Pisces. Excuse me. In this reading, you guys have three major arcana, the Hierophant, Hangman, and the Wheel of Fortune. You do have quite a few swords. We've got the Five of Swords, Seven of Swords, Two of Swords, Page of Swords. And then we've got two sixes, both the Cups and the Pentacles. So definitely it feels like this month is about a balancing act with love. A lot of you guys, I feel like you guys are dealing with someone that you've already dealt with in the past. A lot of this doesn't feel new to me. So I'm going to kind of address it as that. Please take the messages as they resonate. If they don't resonate, you know, check out your other signs, especially Venus. Let's just start, okay? So you guys start out with the Six of Cups as the unseen energy. So again, this could be dealing with someone from the past. It's very much a soulmate energy. It's very much a nostalgic energy. It can be a water sign that you guys are involved with, like yourself. So Scorpio, another Pisces, or a Cancer. But again, very nostalgic energy. I do feel like you guys are trying to go, a lot of you guys are trying to go back and make something work in the past that maybe just did not. Because there is a lot of love there. It could be someone that you guys have children with, right? Because we do have the kids picking the flowers and all that in the yard. But yeah, so that's kind of what's unseen right now. Now, where you guys are right now is the Hierophant. So I do feel like a lot of you guys do want to make a higher commitment, right? Because the Hierophant a lot of times talks about marriage, but it also talks about like finding your tribe, finding what's true for you. It talks about institutions. You guys could be involving yourself in more things, like let's say at church. Maybe you're, yeah, something to do with your religion could be. Maybe you guys are trying to get stronger in that, or maybe you guys are changing your religion. This is Taurus energy, but this is where you guys stand right now. So with it being Taurus energy, and Tauruses are fixed signs, I really feel like you guys are trying to stabilize something, right? Set something kind of in stone moving forward. You guys have come to a place in your life where you're like ready to do these higher commitments. You're ready to, yeah, it's like a higher commitment. Especially if, again, this is someone who you have been dealing with, if this is not a new person. How you feel about them, interesting. You guys have the Five of Swords. Now, I say that too, going back to that Hierophant and me feeling like you guys are dealing with someone in the past with the Six of Cups, because the Five of Swords, it's like petty arguments. It's, it's like if you're arguing with someone, there's no real victories behind it. Nobody really wins. I feel like you guys feel like this other person, due to whatever's happened in the past, whenever you try to reach out to them or whenever you try to communicate with them, they're just like, okay, and you know what I mean? Like they're not really giving you the time of day, it seems like. You can be dealing with an air sign person, which is a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, but just the energy of not being able to get on one accord, right? It's like every single time you try to reach out, there's arguments or like someone's picking a fight, whether it be you or them. But I feel like you guys, especially if it's dealing with someone in the past that you're trying to like revamp things with, I feel like you feel like they're not giving you the time of day. Going back to that Hierophant card and how I said some of you guys may be really into the church right now, they may not be. So there could be like religious factors that kind of get in the way with this, where they're like, okay, now you're like Mr. Deacon and I'm not really into that. I'm more spiritual or something like that. You know what I mean? And maybe that has something to do with the relationship too. But definitely I feel like you guys feel like whenever you do try to reach out, there is resistance. Fives in tarot are all about change, right? And change can be very uncomfortable. So I do feel like you guys who are in this position aren't uncomfortable with what's going on. And notice, it's a Five of Swords next to the Hierophant, which is a 5 in the tarot deck of the Major Arcana. So definitely a lot of change going on. I feel like you guys don't really know what to do with it. And what you guys want for the highest, your highest desire for the relationship at this time, again, it's like a hangman energy. It's like, I feel like you guys don't know. I feel like that is because you know that things are changing right now. And again, with their resistance and kind of like energetically blocking you out, you're just like, well, damn, I don't know what I want now. Like now I'm ready and I'm ready to commit. Like I'm sorry for everything that happened in the past, but I'm ready now. I'm hanging here. But I don't know what they want. The Hangman indicates that it's something that you need to surrender to. There's an energy that you need to surrender to. And it could be because you're not getting all the details, right? Like maybe you're trying to have this communication with the person, but they keep icing you out with that Five of Swords. So you're just like, I don't know what to do now. Really take this time to look at things from a different perspective. And when I mean different perspective, I mean their perspective. Maybe this is someone who in the past feels like they weren't being heard by you, right? And they really want you to see that if you guys are going to move forward. And, he's hanging upside down to gain some new perspective, to gain some new insight. And notice that the sun is behind him. The sun talks about truth and happiness, right? So it's like, turn your perspective around, turn your mind around, look at things a little bit differently, and you can find your silver lining in that. But there is this energy of being stuck, and I feel like it's because you feel like they're kind of trying to ice you out right now. And so where you are ready to go forward with them in a commitment, you're like, well, damn, I don't know, right? Oopsie. Now, where they are, I mean, this just goes right along with the reading, right? There's Seven of Swords. So, yes, Seven of Swords can be like a cheater, a sneaky person. I don't feel that at all. I feel like it's someone who's avoiding, right? They could be self-sabotaging this right now. But for good reason, right? Because they feel like in the past, like, you weren't trustworthy. Like, what the fuck would I even want to deal with you now for? But it just definitely feels like avoidance. It feels like they're in a place where maybe they don't want to face what's going on because, again, they don't trust it based on things that have happened. And also, they could be sneaky. Like, this is a general reading, so it's going to, it's going to be different for everybody. It's up to you to use your, your intuition and your discernment to know if it's you. But definitely it feels like there's this energy of self-sabotage going on, or, at least avoidance of having these conversations, and avoidance of a commitment because maybe there's something in there that they don't trust, right? Now, how they feel about you, it's like undecided. I feel like they are blocking their heart to you, right? She's got the swords over her heart. It's like, so even if there are feelings there, it's like they're not trying to show you that because, again, maybe hurts that have happened in the past. I do feel like there's a little bit of a stuck energy. I do feel like there's a little bit of a mysterious energy with this moon here, right? That's like a little baby moon. We are having a new moon in Libra coming up, on the 9th. So in a couple days here. So, that might help to kind of unlock some things. New moons are really good for new beginnings, right? New starts, fresh new starts. But as it stands right now, I feel like they're just really undecided about you, and they're trying to go within to find the best solution on how to deal with you going forward. And it doesn't look like they're doing it from a place from the heart because it is the swords, right? That's all about intellect, communication, that kind of stuff. So it seems like in terms of this, they're trying to make a head over heart decision about you and if they want to move forward. Now, what their highest desire is balance, right? Again, if this is someone that you've dealt with in the past, maybe them feeling like things weren't fair. Things weren't always fair. Maybe them feeling like they were always giving to you, but you weren't giving back. Whether that's money, time, attention, love, whatever it is, right? It's like things were off balance, and they just, if they could see the changes rather than you coming to them, talking to them, telling them what you want, if they could see like the physical changes, right? Which is interesting because this is Pentacles. Pentacles is all about material things. If they could see the change in you, if they could see the scales balancing back out, then I feel like they would be more interested in this. But it's like it's going to require action from you, not just talking. You guys are going to have to really be about it and not just talk about it, right? In order for them to even believe what's going on. But they do want to see things balance out. And in their deepest desire of working things out with you, there's not the reciprocity. It hasn't been there. And that's going to be really big and important for them, okay? Now, your blockages, your blocks and your obstacles. You guys have the Wheel of Fortune. So there's something that's not closing out here that needs to close out. There's some cycle that hasn't quite ended that needs to, right? Again, we've got all the fixed signs here in the corners. So what that's Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius, right? You can be dealing with one of those signs. But what this indicates to me as an energy is, so the Wheel of Fortune, right? It's like your karma coming, right? It's like the luck coming. It's the good things coming, but it's in your obstacle. So there's something that you need to close out. What it's going to require is that stability. Again, this is fixed energy. So like I said with the Hierophant card, how that's, Taurus is a fixed energy. This is fixed energy. Fixed energy is all about stabilizing. Those are the people who make the solid plans, the solid goals, and they go forward in it, right? So if you are trying to, let's say, bring something back to life in a way, it's going to require you to be stable, be consistent, be very solid in the things that you do, be very solid in your actions, right? It's going to require that reciprocity. They're going to have to see it in order to believe it, type thing. But there's definitely a cycle that's having a hard time closing out in order to move on to the next thing. And the advice for you, it's really interesting, is the Four of Wands. So again, that's all about stability. That's all about building your foundations, whether it be moving, whether it be marriage. You do have this in the Hierophant card. So I do really feel like you guys are thinking about, leveling up to a higher commitment with someone, but it's going to require that stability. They're not moving unless they feel like things are right. not just talking about it. They have to feel it and see it physically in physical form. Now with this Four of Wands, I always see 1111, which for me is manifestation. So it might be helpful for you to really pray and manifest. And, you know, if you have troubles manifesting, there's loads of manifestation videos. I'm actually thinking about doing one for you guys, just to kind of break it down. And it's really simple. It's so simple, it's hard, right? It's so simple, it's hard. It's one of those things. But you guys overall need to form that stability that they can see in order for things to happen, right? And then the outcome of that is going to be the Page of Swords. So, okay, it's small. It's a page, right? It's a beginning. It's immature energy, but it's a start. Pages always happen, and they always pop up. We're on the cusp of new things. So I feel like once you guys really put into action what this person has been asking of you and requiring of you, then you'll start to see little communication coming out here and there. Now, the Page of Swords can be like the spy, right? So you may be spying on them, like their social media. They may be spying on you. It can go, you know, either way. But definitely, I feel like once you guys start actively doing the things that need to be done in order to elevate this relationship, that's when this person will come around and start minimal with conversation with you. But it's a start, right? Because the page energy is so immature, though, you know, just be careful with that communication, making sure that it's very effective. Because this person can be they're so green, they're so young, they don't know the way the world works, right? They're still learning. So, and that can indicate that you guys have to take the time to really take time to learn about each other again. And that's fine too, and that's actually fun, right? We're always changing, we're always evolving, so things about us change. Even if you feel like you've known a person for years, or you've known them forever, whatever, things change, right? So, yeah. So, as far as your guys' advice card, you guys have chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So, whether this person is playing hard to get or not, I feel like they are very drawn to you. Like, they would want to go forward with you, right? They're naturally very drawn to you, but it's going to take work because they're at a place where, like, nuh-uh, been there, done that, and I don't want to get hurt again type energy. And again, this can be reversed. I could be reading for the other person, but I feel like in most cases this is Pisces. You guys do have a strong chemistry, and chemistry is really, really, really important in a loving relationship, as you all know. So you do have a start, but you're going to have to just really come through with the solid, like, they need receipts, okay? But yeah, I think you guys got it. So this is a good reading, okay? So I hope that you guys take this advice and are able to move forward successfully in your relationships for October. If any of you guys are needing a personal reading, please go to my About tab. I've got my menu of services and pricing. You guys can email me and we can hook it all up, okay? Thank you, Pisces. See you next month. Bye.